Are we live?
We're live.
Yay! Hey!
Hey, internet people. Welcome to a chat that with Beth and I decided we have been trying. So when was the last time we talked about Outlander? Not in text messages.
I can't even remember. I mean, we end up talking about it during every Boozy Book Club, but
Right. Besides
just
the Boozy
the
Book
two
Club.
of us, it's been a long time.
I think we did a video before Katrina was cast. No, right after.
We've talked since then. We talked when the very first trailer came out that we saw in LA.
That's right.
We did a breakdown of that trailer together.
Okay, so it's been a while since that was January. So it's been since January, and we keep talking about how we're going to do this thing. We're just going to talk, and then something happens, and then I just was away in Italy for 2 weeks, and literally, like, the day before I left is when either a trailer came out or they announced the date. Like, some major thing happened while I was gone, and the day before I left, and here we are, weeks later, finally getting to talk during soup, and I'm a little bit tipsy, etc.
Finally, because Italy was such a hardship.
It was. I was having a very hard time. I appreciate your concern for my well-being while consuming Italian wine and eating lots of mozzarella and tomatoes.
Yes. Now she's back to normal, and we can talk Outlander.
Back to normal. I blogged today, sort of. I reposted something from years ago from Lars Twilight. I'm like, it was the world's best post. If you did not read That's Normal this morning, please do it. I laughed all over again. Also took me like an hour to format that, so I put in my dues. What
was that?
I put in my dues, even though I just reposted somebody's post. Sometimes reposting people's posts take longer than actually writing something yourself.
The last breakdown that I did was about Outlander, and it was me and Nikki and Tiff.
Right, I read it when I was in Italy. That was amazing.
And it took forever to format.
It takes forever. I know.
I was like, I'm never doing this again. We should never chat like this again. We're only going to chat on video because this sucks.
They suck so much. It used to be easier, but Google had to go and change everything. Now it's impossible to edit.
Yeah, it's awful.
Anyway, catch me up. So there's been so much has happened, and you are my resident go-to Outlander expert. What has gone on in the Outlander world?
Well, the biggest news, they've been getting a lot of press. I've seen press like in Women's Wear Daily. All kinds of like Scottish places have had lots of press. They've been getting good press.
That's good.
But the big news that happened while you were gone was that we finally got a premiere date.
That was when I was gone. August 9th. August 9th. Happy birthday to my dad.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. And my niece. My father. So that's a Saturday, which I looked at immediately to figure out what day of the week I would be home. And apparently I'll be home Saturday nights from here on out for 16 weeks.
I mean, let's just go back for a second and come up to the fact that the reason that these videos have sprung up is because we have a whole email thread called Nerdy Outlander Stuff.
Right.
And that email thread gets so long, full of the things that we want to talk about that are nerdy, that we decided to just put it all into a video.
Right.
And the biggest nerdy thing about the whole thing is that we're going to be spending every Saturday night for months at home watching Outlander.
I haven't told David yet, my husband.
Like giant nerds. We're not going to be able to leave the house ever for months.
You know it's not like it's going to be on at 6 p.m. at a reasonable time where we can hit dinner afterwards. It'll be on at 10 on a Saturday night.
Right. And I mean, I can be real and say I'm the only mom in this scenario, and so I'm probably mom on Saturday nights anyway. But I do like to reserve them for like my kids spending the night with my parents and going out and having a good time. That's over.
For 16 weeks. Yep, it's over.
That's over.
16 weeks of Outlander goodness.
So the entire semester, basically, August to December.
And then, of course, it's going to do well, and it's probably not going to change because I was like, why Saturday? And you made a really great point. HBO's biggest shows are on Sundays.
Right.
They're not going to compete.
And Starz had all of their shows on Saturdays. That's when Black Sails, Da Vinci's Demons have been airing, so they're trying to make that their night. And, I mean, I don't know. It might work. It might not. I'm feeling a little put upon. They're making me choose.
Yeah, I mean, I would never, if it wasn't for the fact that we're going to cover this for That's Normal, and we love Outlander, I'm not watching a show live, like, ever.
Right.
So that is the only reason, and it's going to be hard for me to stay home on a Saturday night. Because I don't go out Friday nights. I go out on Monday nights to happy hour. I go out on Thursday nights to happy hour. And I go out Saturday nights. And sometimes Sundays for day drinking.
I go out Friday nights. That's when I go out with my girlfriends usually.
I am too tired on Friday nights.
Yeah, that one is fine. Well, Friday I don't work. So,
and that's like I just want to nap on Fridays.
Yeah. We go out Friday night. We go out Sunday night, and that's been a pain in the butt because we want to be back in time for Game of Thrones.
Right.
And Saturday night, like I said, Saturday night's like what we reserve for shipping the kids off to one of the grandparents and like having time to ourselves. We don't get it very often, but when we do, it's usually Saturday night. So thanks a lot, Scar.
Thanks a lot. Oh, fun fact. While I know we're catching up on news that I missed, but I'm going to forget about this. My husband calls Sam Heughan. Okay, I just ruined the joke. I ruined the joke. I should bring it back later, but I'm
Do it again.
I have way too many mojitos to do that, and I'm now drinking red wine. Okay, my husband David started talking about somebody named Stan Heughan, and be like, do you like that guy like you like Stan Heughan? And I was like, I just thought he was making a joke about Hulk Hogan, like maybe his cousin or something. It was just a joke. And then I realized he meant Sam Heughan. So he calls Sam Heughan Stan Heughan. Anytime I'm reading a book or like he thinks I like think a guy's hot from a TV show, he's like, is that like Stan Heughan? I'm like,
like someone else he used to have a pet name for.
Ron Paddleston?
Ron Paddleston.
Ron Paddleston. Yeah, you're right. He comes up with the pet names for the men in my life.
the men in your life.
The men in my life. And apparently Stan Heughan. Right, there he is.
Pocket men in your room.
Where am I? If I can find mine. Where's my pocket man? Oh, crap. I'm going to fall.
Pocket man. I don't know the words.
Oh, by the way, I actually haven't told you about this. This is not an Outlander thing, but it has to be mentioned because I haven't posted any pictures. Do you see that? Do you see that stack of books?
Yes.
That is what arrived while I was in Italy from publishers of books I need to read. Yeah. I'll type up a list and I'll send them to you because that's not happening.
Books you need to send to me.
That's apparently ARCs for September. So, Yes. Yeah, I guess that, lots of books.
Awesome.
Some YA, some NA. We got on some NA lists. And some, I don't know, some that are called
Erotica?
Yeah. There's a good title over here. Hold on. Undead with Benefits.
Let's bring it back to Twilight really quickly because I went to the ER yesterday.
Yes.
Which is why I'm having this Gatorade and not something to drink.
Oh, boo.
And the male nurse that I had,
Mm-hmm.
he had a hard time getting a vein right here.
Oh, no.
It was pretty awful. And he goes, are you a vampire? Do you not bleed? I'm having trouble getting a vein over here. And I was like, I'm about to smack you. But
oh my gosh. Everything is
we got an ironic shout out from Sam Heughan today for me being in the ER. So that was all worth it.
It was not ironic. He legitimately hoped that you were feeling better.
But it was ironic because I wasn't really asking for a shout out.
That's true.
I think that's lame.
That's true. So, in case you're new to sarcasm,
yes,
one of the things that we've enjoyed long before Stan Heughan was in our life, aka Sam Heughan, is how celebrities, and there's been many of them, but one of the other ones that comes to mind, and by celebrity, I put this guy in quotes, J.D. Pardo from Revolution also plays Nahul in Twilight and Breaking Dawn Part 2. The guy in his underskivvies at the end of the movie, he he'll do that. I feel like celebrities, again, get in these traps of, like, interacting with fans, and then they'll be like, happy birthday, and they'll say it to one fan, and then every fan's like, hey, it's my birthday, can I get a shout out? And so then in the Outlander fandom, this happens with Sam Heughan, and he gives shout outs seemingly when people are under the weather. Like someone's dog get hit by a car, they're really sad. Yeah. Their aunt Sally is struggling with scoliosis. I don't even know what that is. I mean, I made it up.
Oh my
Sounds
God.
like a disease. So
yeah, he is. He's in a rut now. He can't not say, I hope you feel better, or if they're running a marathon, good luck. He is stuck in that. He's got to do it now.
He's got to do it.
Backlash.
Right. People are going to be really upset. So the fact that you were legitimately in the ER yesterday, when we have been trying, we've been making fun of all this stuff. Like,
we didn't have
trying to get a shout out. You didn't get a birthday shout out. We've been trying.
That's right.
And you actually, so I think he just thinks you're like an invalid. So he's really trying to go for the fans that just probably need it, you know. So he just assumes you were in the hospital. You're probably in a really rough spot.
I'm in an iron lung. And so he needed to, really boost my morale. So he gave me a little X. That's a little kiss, right? That's a kiss.
That is a kiss. You got a kiss from Stan Hogan.
But I was in an iron lung, so it didn't count.
What do you mean iron lung?
I don't know. Something in the hospital. I did have a CAT scan yesterday. I had a legitimate CAT scan.
You did?
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
Can't believe I'm making you talk to me about Outlander right now.
I'm fine.
You've been work today.
I did go to work today. I left early. I was out of it. It was not a good idea.
Speaking of not any of what we just talked about, we're on, if you go to YouTube, if you're watching this, I don't know if there's any other way for you to be watching it, and I know that people are watching it, and I can see that we have viewers right now.
Ooh,
there should be something where you can ask questions, and then they're going to pop up on my screen. Can you see it? Nick, whatever your name is, Beth?
I can't see anything. I can just see our chat, but I don't have YouTube pulled up, so that might be.
No, I don't either. I just have like a thing that shows me questions. So maybe somebody can do a test question. So we can try it, or just ask a real one, and we'll try to answer it. It's something fun that just happened. Answer questions. Yeah, this seems fun. So if you see something that makes it seem like you can ask a question, go ahead and do that. It doesn't have to be a good question, because we're probably going to answer it anyway.
It could be anything, like about the really cool shirt I have on. So in the meantime, while we're trying to get some questions, let's discuss something that's been plaguing me. Because little promo things are coming up.
What?
Samwise's accent. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, how you can't understand him in the beginning of that Access Hollywood promo you made me watch for homework?
Okay, yes, that. But when he just came out with this Heart of Lightness promo where he's like, hi, my name is Sam Heughan. I've never been to Norway. I've never eaten whale. And it's like this promo for Heart of Lightness.
What's Heart of Lightness?
It's the movie that he was doing when
he
got
okay.
And he was in Norway, right?
Got it. Mm-hmm.
His accent is British. He just sounds like normal. I think he's putting on the Scots for Outlander promo. I think it's all bullshit.
So what does he sound like normally? Like a little bit like between British and Scottish, like not super Scottish.
Just like a little bit of a brogue with his English London accent, but not anything like, you heard to get up your kilt and you sit down and you put it down. It doesn't sound like that at all.
Like, don't cross your legs or the schlong is going to hit you in the face.
That was awful. My point is that I think he's putting it on. He's putting it on for the Outlander promo. And in real life, he's not that Scottish.
That would make sense. It would make sense because I bet that the only people who are that Scottish are like people in like the rural Like he's spent so much time in other places.
Yeah, like he's lived in
Katrina doesn't sound Irish. Katrina sounds American half the time. Right.
But like, why would he change it in interviews or like when he's being himself?
Do you think he's changing it? Like, besides this thing he did for this Norway movie, has he sounded Scottish consistently? Like maybe he's in character and he has a hard time breaking it. Like Theo James apparently does all his interviews when he's acting in an American accent. But then when he's back and he's not acting anymore. Like at night, I think he even would do it in America.
Huh.
Just like stay in that space.
Maybe if he's on set, he just stays in his Scots.
Right.
But it's definitely the same person, the same time frame, and two totally different accents.
I'd have to hear what you're talking about to understand. If you can see the question thing we're talking about, what do you think? Do you agree? I don't mean Beth. I mean all viewers on the internet. If you're watching this live, if you're not watching this live, because this is about 3 months from now, don't ask any questions because we're not going to answer them. I'm going to try to look at it on YouTube right now, so please talk because I'm going to get distracted.
Oh, great. Okay. I have to think of something else.
You can sing. About. Maybe you can sing a song for us.
I already sang whatever that, I forgot what it was, but I don't
Chandelier by Sia, because that's what's in my head right now. What the heck?
I love that video, though.
That one, the one I posted today? Yeah. It's great.
Yes. Speaking of videos, we can talk about Sam some more and how he didn't reply to our birthday video.
I know.
Whatever.
Here, look. Guys, I see it. It says, be a part of the conversation. Click to join a live Q&A on Google Hangouts. Okay, so I did it. It's called Drunk. Oops, hold on. Sorry. Oops. Cool. You can actually ask a question. Okay, I hope you're clicking that. If you don't have a Google account, get one so you can ask us questions so we can test out this hip new feature. And it's going to pop up on my screen if we have questions. Beth, just real quick, side note, on the left-hand side where you can pull up the chat thing, can you pull up something called Q&A?
Yes.
Well, that's what you have to pull up.
I have to click it?
Yeah, click it. And that's where you'll see questions. If they occur. Oh, yeah, I don't even have the chat open, so if you're trying to chat me, I don't see it. Okay.
All right.
Okay, side note, right now we got our tech figured out. Why is my face covered by this? Okay. Yeah, we made it epic. And by epic, I mean it took like 20 hours of editing to edit a minute-and-a-half video. Video for Sam's birthday. And he didn't even acknowledge it. But he acknowledges your stupid ER visit. F that S. That's what I'm
telling you. I'm telling you. It really did take a long time. Now, granted, I'm sure there are fans out there that did things that took a long time for his birthday. I know that happened, and good for them. But
we were fake drunk on my bed. We were pretending to drink vodka.
That's right. I took 8 minutes of fake drunk footage and turned it into something beautiful. And all I needed
was a video expert to edit that down. We consulted an expert. What?
Yeah, we consulted a video expert. We had a great logo. I took out all the giggles, all the unnecessary giggles.
We should have kept them in. And maybe he would have responded had we had the unnecessary giggles in. Maybe we should fire our video expert.
Yeah.
There was a lot of giggling. And yeah, we learned a new skill, putting a logo at the end of the video. That was pretty great.
It was great. I wish we could do it with this one, but we can't.
We can actually. I'll re-upload. Anyway, technical difficulties we'll talk about later, but I know how to do it.
Forget it. We can. Yay!
We got it. Woo! Yeah.
So anyway, one day we'll get a shout out for that.
Shout out. Yeah, we will. We'll confront him if we ever get an opportunity to interview Stan Heughan in real life.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Did you see our birthday video? Oh no. Okay. Look what we have on our iPad. Let's make you watch this in real life now. Okay, because you didn't do it on the internet. Here, have an awkward moment in real life with us and watch the video. Look
at my boobs on this iPad, not in real life.
Look at how great her breasts look on this iPad. Look at us pretending to be drunk.
Well, we're really drunk in front of you.
Yeah, exactly, because that's the only way we're going to get through an interview. Stan Heughan.
Let's go deeper into some Outlander business and discuss things that perplex us. Give us pause.
Okay. Excuse me.
Don't die.
I'm good. I'm fine. Oh, we could, if I go to the ER visit, we could have two of us in one day. Get a shout out from Sam.
That's right. That would be double the fun. Maybe some fandom things that we think are a little weird. You want to discuss some of these things?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. What do you want to bring up?
I was about to say, do we want to get into specifics?
I don't know. How specific do we want to get? Yeah, there's some weird stuff.
We've gotten a little flack, or I've probably gotten a little flack because I talk to Outlander fans on Twitter a little bit more than you do, Becca, about being maybe a little mean towards people that do things that I think are a little weird. And I think we should just say off from the beginning, everybody fangirls differently. If you want to make somebody a cape out of your cat hair and send it to them, that is perfectly your choice.
I hope that's not real.
I hope not either. You know, if you make a crudité and you want to ship it FedEx to the set so that they can have fresh vegetables and ranch dip, that is your prerogative. All right? I don't fangirl that way. I don't find that fun. I don't think that that's helpful to them.
And I think coming from another fandom where we came from, where we met, and we've followed many fandoms, but the big one being Twilight, and seeing just the crazy things that happen, and like being very close in it, and like being on another side. I feel like we're fans, but at the same time, like, I don't know, like we both work in marketing, like there's stuff that we see, other sides that we see. There are people that we know, we hear outside stories and background stories, and it is sometimes just, you know, I'm not saying specifically because I don't know Katrina or Sam or like, but, oh, you took off your shirt.
I got hot.
It got really hot. I think, like, knowing,
sweaty.
Right, just things over the years, just knowing some people who have had some really weird fan experiences. I'm very cautious of never being the weird fan, ever. Even though I'm a total fangirl. Like, I think but it's just, there is, like, levels where, like, stuff may start to creep out people.
Yeah. And I mean, I've been to, for instance, if you're set visiting, I don't do that. That's not how I think. I've been to sets before. I've gone to see sets not knowing that the actors or actresses were going to be there. Then they were there, and the security guys were like, "Stay, you can watch them." We were like, "Great, let's do that." Right. And they came up and said hi, and we got to say hello, and it was wonderful. I've also been to sets where we knew they were filming, so we didn't stop and we didn't say anything. We just walked by and kept going, and we never, you know, never imposed ourselves in that situation. So for me, visiting sets is not what I would do as a fangirl, because I don't want to impede their production. Right. And even if they're going to be nice to you, which I'm sure they are.
Right, they're not going to be mean because that's not good for them. Yeah.
Yeah. They're going to have to hire more security. They're going to have to be more careful about where they are and how it's shaped and how they're hiding it and things like that if they think people are going to show up. So I don't want to make that more difficult for them, so I don't do that.
Yeah. Well, I accidentally hit answer question because I didn't know what was going on. So our friend Shallon asked a very good question, which was get specific. So I think right now we are getting specific about one specific thing that is happening, which is set visits. And like there have been, I mean, there is definitely major increased security. Like there are people at the set every day. And again, I remember, you know, for some reason this reminds me, and again, Beth, you are way more in this than I am. I hear like the set and the span stories from you. But I remember when Rob Pattinson was filming Water for Elephants, which was like in a valley somewhere in California, and there were people camped out every day outside the set. Like I don't even think they could see anything, but for hours, like literally, like they would have like a countdown for when they saw Rob last. And he would, I'm guessing they were at the main entrance. He was in and out of it every day, but he didn't always stop or whatever. And they would get upset when he didn't. And when you're an actor and you're working sometimes 16-hour days, which they are, you know what the last thing in the world you want to do after it's 3 a.m. and there's a bunch of fans sitting around is sit around and talk to fans and be friendly. Can you imagine? I don't want to talk to anybody, and I work for 7 hours and 45 minutes sometimes.
Yeah, and then the very next day, that amount of fans is going to triple because they heard that you got out and were signing and talking to them. And so then you're going to have to spend all that much more time with them, or you're going to have to ignore them all. And so it just snowballs. And why would you want to put that kind of pressure on them? Just let them do their job and appreciate it later.
Right. Yeah, I think there's a big difference between running into somebody like casually or just like happen to be at the same place at the same time and like actively seeking them out.
Right. Right. Or if it's a sanctioned event, if it's a Q&A or an appearance, go. Go be crazy, fangirl. Go wear your patents and pants. Like, wear your stuff. Who can? That's great. Be crazy, but I would not go seek them out where I think they might be, because that is stalking.
Right. If you have a differing opinion, please push the question button, which I think is on the screen,
and tell us for bitches.
Tell us why we're wrong.
But I lost a lot of Twitter followers over that kerfluffle, and I felt justified in my opinion that I think that that's a weird thing to do, and I'm going to stand by it.
Do you mean like 10 Twitter followers?
I think I lost about 15 Twitter followers that day.
That's probably significant.
And it was, and a couple of them that I would talk to, that, you know, had been people that would talk to me. So, you know, I miss you. I'll welcome you back into our fold if you want to continue to hang out with us.
We can disagree. There can have conversations. Speaking of Twitter followers, I'm like 12 shy of 1,000 Twitter followers on my personal Becca Buttons, BEKAH Buttons. And I know that. I know when I lose followers because I'm almost at 1,000. So I don't tweet. I post Instagram pictures to my Twitter account and occasionally write something when I'm out doing karaoke late at night. And so I'm like, every day that I'm like, why am I at 988 now? And I was at 991 the other day. I have a little bit of hurt feelings. And I hope that it's just spam followers that are dropping me, because I'm not offending anybody. Unless you don't want to see pictures of my nephew. And if that's the case, I don't want you as my follower anyway, you a-hole. Just kidding, I love you. No, I don't.
I have over 1,000 now, so.
I'm very jealous. Wow.
I just got there. I'm like at 1,013 or something.
Oh my gosh. I got to catch up. Maybe I'll get some for my birthday. I got a birthday coming up. I hope Stan Heughan gives me a shout out. Get some new followers. Come on, Stan. You know what? I hate iMessage. I keep getting these alerts. Can you hear it? Sorry.
No, I can't hear them, so that's good.
Turn it off. Okay, good. I turned it off.
Good. Tell all your myriad friends to leave you alone while we're doing
myriad of friends, leave me alone. One of them just walked in. Do you hear me talk about Stan Heughan?
I did, yeah.
He's excited about it.
He's super excited.
Really excited.
Hey, David. I mean, hey, Becca's
Mr. Trice. Beth said, hey, David. I mean, hey, Becca's husband. I think he goes by David on this website. I hope so. Good. We just told all the viewers, which we actually have probably more viewers right now than we've ever had for any Boozy Book Club. So,
yay, because we're talking
Outlander. Like Outlander.
This is actually we're trying to maybe curb some of our Outlander talk during Boozy Book Club by having these talking Outlander chats.
Right, exactly.
Because we tend to go off topic in Boozy Book Club and always talk about Outlander, and we need to curb it.
We totally do.
One place.
Especially when I just closed iMessage. Why won't this stop?
I don't know.
I don't understand. How does this work? Quit iMessages. Quit messages.
It's like Adobe. I don't want Adobe again.
I just want this to be off so that it stops making noises and I see pictures of my nephew. Because it's really distracting. Okay, there we go. What were we just saying?
We're talking about Boozy Book Club.
Boozy Book Club, because I actually just started the book today and I actually really like it. So I would like to focus on our book next time. So we're going to get all of our Jamie Fraser. Hey, speaking of that, I know we haven't gotten to it yet.
Yes.
Speaking of Jamie Fraser, you made me do some homework before we had this chat and watch the latest Access Hollywood promo video.
Yes.
And in that, I totally think they overdubbed the woman saying Jamie's name wrong. She said Jamie Fraser. Wait. She says it correctly, but I think if you could tell her voice sounds different. I think they went back in and fixed it. What? Well, how do we say it? What do we used to say? Fraser?
We say Fraser. And it's not Fraser, it's Fraser.
Fraser? Okay,
it's Fraser like razor.
Here's a fun fact. When you drink a lot of these things, those two words sound the same. Can't tell the difference.
That's true.
Talking to my good ear and tell me which one's right.
Razor, razor.
She says it correct in the video. Because it just sounded weird. I was like, I feel like they made her go back and redo that line. Like, it just sounds like she did it separately. They're like, crap, that's wrong. Redo that. Just say his name.
That would be great of Access Hollywood to give that much of a fuck about their Outlander promo.
Yeah, because it was pretty quickly put together. Can we talk about that Outlander promo real quick? Because the beginning, when it's just, which I loved. I love how they started it that way, where he's just like talking about, you got to sit this way so that you're stuff doesn't get stuck
Right.
in the kilt. And Katrina's just sitting there being like, this guy, like, I can't wait to get back to LA where men are adults. That's what I really feel like she's thinking.
She's sitting there going, God, how many times do I have to sit here and listen to him talk about his fucking kilt?
Right.
Don't care. That's what she's thinking the whole time.
That's exactly what she's thinking.
Yeah. She would have rather have done that entire promo video with Tobias because he looked awesome sitting in that throne. I was really happy with Tobias.
He was by himself. I was like, wow, he's by himself. And it was just weird. I don't know. For some reason, the whole thing to me was just like a little weird, like seeing their interviews that way. Like, and then like Diana coming in with like, they did not seem to want to answer the 3-question thing. Like, epic. It's epic. Like, really? That's all you can come up with, Ron.
Like, Diana's the writer of the whole freaking series, and her third word was absorbing. And I was like, what? I could come up with better words than that for your book. Come on.
And even Katrina's like Highlander. Like, what? I didn't even understand the game. That was like totally a question we would ask.
Yeah, that nobody knows.
3 questions. No, don't even think about it. It doesn't matter. I know you should spend 10 minutes thinking about this, but just do it in 30 seconds and know what's in it. That's like the kind of question we ask, and everyone's like,
we were at the LA event, and we weren't supposed to ask a question, but I got in line anyway.
Nobody said the rules weren't clear.
I didn't know.
The mic was right there.
The mic was right next to me, and I'm me, and I was like, what? I'm going to ask something.
And you had a little peer pressure, as in me pushing you to the microphone.
Definitely pushed me out the way. You definitely did. So, we need to discuss Diana for just a second.
Okay.
Because she's very busy. She's been finishing Moby, and now she's
done.
She's done with it, yes, but she just finished it. And she went to some place in British Columbia and did like a wordsmithing thing. And I think she was in LA today because they were screening the first 2 episodes for international buyers.
No fair.
But in the meantime, she's been tweeting pictures and Facebooking pictures of her office. And I'm terrified.
Why?
It's like a hoarder's paradise.
That is not surprising.
It is crazy in there. I'm thinking that she's hiding Master Raymond's remains in there somewhere.
Well, she probably has them underneath her cape.
Yeah, probably. It's like a mix between like Claire's surgery and Gilas's basket in there. It's just like a big mishmatch of junk.
What is the context of the pictures? Like, here's where I work, here's where the magic happens. Or is it like, hey, I need to clean up in this place?
It's both of those things. So guess yes, I think she's going to clean it up. But at the same time, I'm like,
Anybody know a good cleaning service? Have you guys tried Home Joy?
It's scary.
Oh, man. Are you scared of Diana's office? Please answer the question. Why aren't you guys answering the questions? I see that we have viewers.
Yes. Talk to us.
Talk to us.
Speaking of other things, I got a cool new shirt. Can you see my shirt? My whole shirt?
No, I could just see your, hold on, let me put the camera on you. Stand up, show off the breasts. Mackenzie,
Cool?
Did Stacy design that?
Our friend Stacy designed this years ago. It's like retro now.
That's awesome.
So if you like awesome Outlander clothing, you need to find our friend Stacy.
Yeah, we'll have to link to her.
On Cafe Press. We'll link it eventually.
Yeah, we will.
Because she has the coolest stuff. And a lot of the stuff out there is not cool. So
not cool. Yep, super embarrassing stuff.
This one is very cool.
Yeah, it's very cool.
45, that's awesome.
I would keep the plaid to a minimum if you want to keep the cool level up here.
Yes.
I'm not saying no plaid, just saying minimize the plaid.
Yeah. Give yourself a graphic idol to look to and then just make it Outlander-y. And speaking of graphics, we need to keep all things away from looking like genitalia. So anything you're making that might potentially look like ovaries or phalluses, just take it back, step back, relax your eyes, and then go, nope, looks like a penis. Not gonna
looks like a penis. There is an Instagram, my favorite Instagram, called That Looks Like a Dick. That Looks Like a Dick.
Yes.
If you don't want to end up on there, because I've submitted things.
Yes.
You're going to
Like
want to
the
avoid
top of that cake that you guys sent to Sam looked like it had a bunch of penises on the top.
that.
I
There you
know
go.
that
Being
they were
specific.
rocks. They were rocks.
They were rocks. But that looked like a
uncircumcised.
dick. Hashtag, that looked like a dick.
Hashtag uncircumcised penises.
Right. Multiple.
That's lots of them on top of a green volcano.
Gross.
But I'm sure it was delicious.
It looked delicious. Eat
Like
the crap
all
out of those little tiny uncircumcised penises.
all those uncircumcised penises.
Get in my belly.
Oh gosh.
Wow. Woo.
We're getting there. There's some new shots came out today too. Some new 40s shots of some of the 40s Outlander stuff. They looked really good.
Cool.
I'm really excited about that part of the show.
I know. I am too. Like more so than the book, especially because like, what did you guys broke down the trailer with like the knees, like that sex scene.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just remember reading it in Italy and being like, ah. Yeah. I'm excited. It looks just. I feel like they're gonna do an even better job than the way Diana describes it, which is great. I think it's gonna like that connection because I honestly didn't feel that bad for Frank, and I don't know that many people do. To be honest,
Right.
I think we're gonna feel a lot worse for him. Like feel torn more.
Yeah.
In the show.
Because he's real and he's standing there, and he's been torn apart or whatever. So I mean, I think it'll be more real too. And I think the 40s is so romantic. You know what I mean? Like that whole era is so romantic, and they're doing this whole like second honeymoon kind of thing, and they're doing all this touring and stuff like that. So I really think that that's going to make this stark difference between like the 18th century stuff where it's all like, ugh, gross and muddy and funky. It's just going to be two totally different worlds. Where when you're reading the book, it doesn't necessarily feel like it's two totally different worlds.
Yeah, you're right. And you're right. With the end of the war, and that is like the most romantic time. I'm sorry, my messages was going crazy.
Oh yeah, mine too.
Yeah. We have a question, a submission from Shalyn. Thank you, Shalyn. Shalyn. I love you, Shalyn. I agree. Hold on. I don't know if I should read this one. Shalyn agrees that Diana's office was a little bit scary and questions her decision to post pictures of it.
Yeah.
She was scared by Diana's
office. Questionable. A little shocking.
I'll have to take a look at it.
It's just, she's got an organized mind.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like worse than my book corner, which is just that's just where I put my books. Look, it's my mirror. And then my bowl of soup.
It's a little bit like that.
Yes. I don't have any room. I don't know what to do with these. And plus, we're moving in a month, and I have all these books. I'm going to send them to you. That's what I'm going to do.
I'm saying
in a big box.
It's a giant room that should not need.
Exactly. She probably has a pretty large house. I mean, she's sold a lot of books. She's got more money and space than I do.
Right. Our friend on Twitter, her name is Kristen Lee 8.
Yes.
She said she tuned in, and phalluses was the literal first word she heard. So yes.
Yes.
That was a perfect time to join in the chat.
You're welcome.
You're very welcome for that. We do our best. We do our best to talk about phalluses whenever possible.
Yeah, whenever possible. Whenever possible.
And real quick, this might be the last thing we need to discuss. We have, 2 months? When is August the 9th? We've got 2.5 months before it airs. That is not a lot of time.
That is not a lot of time.
I haven't read book 6, book 7, and Moby comes out in July.
And Moby's 8, it's not 9?
Moby's the 8th.
I think I'm halfway through 6. I'd have to start it because honestly I don't even know where I am in the book. I'd probably just start from the beginning. You're going to read it before July?
So I am coming out right now saying I am not reading those books.
No, I'm not either. I don't want to rush it. I want to, if anything, I'm probably going to reread Outlander. And you see the stack of books right there, and that's 1 week's worth. I'm not going to get to, if I'm going to continue to cover things. Unless
all that anybody wants to hear from me is what my reaction is to Outlander, which that's not all anybody wants hear me?
No,
I
we
can't.
like your YA book recommendations as well.
Yeah, I can't even remotely think about just reading those books from here to there. So all of those people that do that, like you people that just read Outlander all the time, how do you do that? Like, how does your
how
brain
do you do that?
break from Outlander?
Right. That's why I stopped, because I read. I don't remember when I stopped. It was in the fall. So I read, because that's all I read. I didn't stop, because once you're reading them, you don't, like, it's hard. You can't be like, oh, I'm going to read Outlander today. Tomorrow I'm going to pick up just a little YA dystopia. Like, no, you're going to be in the world for that long. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, that's a question. If you're answering questions, are you rereading Outlander, or are you all caught up before Moby comes out in July?
I would like to know how many of our readers are the kind of people that are rereading everything and then going straight into Moby when it comes out. Because, I mean, I would think that most of us are kind of like, meh, I'll get to it.
Yeah.
If I get to it. They're not like...
Yeah, because I haven't been an Outlander with Outlander for more than a year. It was like it was right before Sam was announced, or no, right before they announced that they were making it, I read Outlander. It was June? Yeah, so June of last year, you were like, here, read this book. And then the next week, they announced it's going to be a TV show. I'm like, perfect timing. Some people have been waiting 25 years. I waited a week. So because I haven't been around from the beginning, I know, like, when I read Harry Potter after the year the 7th book came out, like the week before. So I was like, the perfect timing. I got to read everything. But my best friend and my roommate in college, every time a new book would come out, she reread the entire series before.
Yeah.
Which I think is wonderful in a way. I think the series that I have enjoyed the most over the last couple of years are the ones that you can read in their entirety. You know how we always complain about book 3, or like in a trilogy, always having that book 3 complex where like something just doesn't work. I think when you read books, even those, like, people, like, I know somebody who just read the Divergent series, and I hate that last book. And she didn't hate Allegiant as much as most people did. And I think because when they were read together and just they were more fluid, something made more sense. And I don't know that's the case in every series, because authors aren't writing consistently without breaks. If they were, you could make that argument, but I don't know. Anyway, I'm not rereading anything. I'm just going to turn on the TV on August the 9th and say, bring it to me, Stan Heughan.
That's right. Come to me, Stan Heughan.
Come to me.
I love that we have Stan Heughan now.
I do too. Like, hashtag Stan Heughan.
Yeah, because no one that didn't watch this video will ever get it.
Get it. And it's okay. Yeah, like, and we probably just will never explain it. It's just going to be what we call him. Like, we don't ever say why we call him Ron Paddleston. Right. Everybody knows who we're talking about, so people will figure it out. Stan Heughan.
I'm sure they will. I love that we have that now. That makes me really happy. So for everybody out there, we're going to be doing these. We'll do a few more of these talks before the show premieres, right?
Yep.
You can expect some more Talking Outlanders as more stuff comes out.
Yeah.
And, let us know what you want us to talk about. I mean, we have plenty to talk about.
Right. We could talk. Let us know what you want to hear, please. I know only Shallon seems to understand how to use the question and answer thing, because we just got another question, and it's not really a question, it's a comment. She's rereading. She just finished Dragonfly and Amber today, and she's starting Voyager tomorrow. Congratulations to you. Let's give a round of applause for Shallon for number 1, learning how to use the button. Number 2.
Good job, Shallon.
Yeah. Number 2, just being an altogether awesome Canadian, just a wonderful Canadian.
A beautiful person, inside and out.
Inside and out. Right. But yeah, let us know. This is something that we've been wanting to do for a while. We talk about it more consistently because we talk about it all the time. We're going to definitely try to do it in videos more. So let us know if you want us to just, how, like, the best angle we look.
Yeah, I'm definitely on the side.
Yeah, you're better on that. Yeah, right. I feel like I can't lose. I just look anytime he's next to my face. I just look fabulous.
That's symmetrical. I want to hit you.
Okay, Shallon just keeps going. I've read all but the very last book, Echo and the Bone, and probably won't read it before reading Moby. What? This is my first reread of the series, and it's been years since I read any of this. I think she means she's not going to reread the last book before Moby.
Gotcha.
I don't think she's just going to skip that book.
She might. She might just Wikipedia it. Amanda just said, she's not rereading because she doesn't want to nitpick the TV to book differences. Now, that's a good point. However, Amanda, I've read Outlander 3 or 4 times, so I feel like I know it pretty well, and I'm already going to nitpick the differences.
Yeah.
And I kind of want to reread it just to be in that Outlander romantic mode when it starts. So I don't know.
I think I was going to say that I generally, like when I watch a movie, when a movie's coming out, like The Fault in Our Stars is coming out in a couple weeks, I'm not going to reread the book because I don't like to do that. I like to experience them differently because they're different mediums. They're going to be differences.
Right.
But it is a TV show. I don't know that this is the first time I've had a book series really come to TV. I think that I've enjoyed. Other series I've read after I've seen them on TV, but not before.
Yeah.
Let's talk about The Babysitter's Club, which may have been movies. Yeah, I can't think of anything.
But I read it once I heard there was a TV show coming. So
okay, right. So it's a little different. Yeah, you have that in your head. Shallon would like us to recap where the name Stan Heughan came from. Okay, that was very early on in the chat. And Shallon, good question. This will be the only time we ever speak of it again. It's not true. That is the name that my husband decided that Sam Heughan is called. I think he just thought that's what his name was. It kind of sounds Stan, Sam, Heughan. Heughan.
Heughan is like the American version of Heughan.
It totally is. And
if there had been Scottish guys named Heughan that immigrated to America, they would have just slashed it and been like, "You're Heughan."
Heughan, I can't say it. And so he didn't. That's what he called him. Like once, I just thought he was talking about Hulk Hogan. Like he said his name wrong. I didn't understand, and then I was like, "You are talking about Jamie Fraser." So. I figured it out, and now that's his name. It's the Ron Patterson of this generation.
So, Stan, I want to thank you very much from the bottom of my heart for my tweet that you sent me today, and the little kiss at the end. That was very sweet.
The little kiss at the end. That's what she'll be thinking of when she falls asleep tonight.
So lame.
You're the best. All right, this is fun. I'm glad we got to catch up about Outlander. Anything we missed? I'm sure we missed so much, but we're gonna do this again. And
we missed some things, but I don't want to be mean at this point. So we'll just keep the meanness for next time.
We missed being mean. This is a positive chat. Next time we'll be bitches.
This is the nicest we can make it. We're gonna let it all out next time.
All out. Thank you for joining us. Next time, please learn how to use the question and answer button. Thank you, Shell. Wait. We got some questions from new people.
Oh, gosh. Hi, Connie and Pam.
Connie. So Connie wants to know if we've been following herself's tweets tonight. I don't know. Are they about her messy? Yeah.
Let me check and see.
Yeah, we're going to check if there's anything we need to talk about real quick.
I feel like we've ended this chat 5 times.
I know. Sorry. Apologizing. And Pam just said lots of books to movies. Yeah, lots of books to movies, but there hasn't been as many books to TV shows that I've read. Obviously that's happened, but True Blood is a big one, but I didn't read those books after. Wow, we're getting lots of questions now.
Okay, well apparently the worldwide TV needs Outlander hashtag, which was one of the things I wanted to talk about, but I didn't have nice things to say because there's been a whole militant push for worldwide TV needs Outlander to get it trending, but apparently according to Diana, those trending tweets were announced at the intro to the afternoon screening of the first episode. So the screeners that are going to get the show that we're watching it today, they got to see the first and I think the second episodes. And so they announced how much that was trending and how many tweets had gone out. And so apparently that was a big deal. And
cool.
So good job for those of you that did that. I read some of the rules on trending that, and it was way too involved for me. So I tweeted one time something a little sarcastic about worldwide TV needs Outlander, and that was my contribution. So you're very welcome.
I guess people are just figuring out how to use a Q&A button because these are coming in like crazy. Connie was clarifying that she saw an episode, so Diana must have just saw her first episode today. So good job, Diana. And then Pam wants to know where we work.
Oh gosh,
this is a really random question. Thank you, Pam.
That's my name.
Totally different places. Beth lives in Memphis, works in marketing. I live in Philadelphia. I work in marketing, and we on the side talk about Stan Heughan. Kim is being very positive that Stan is going to be excited to answer our questions. maybe Stan Hogan's going to join us for this Q&A one of these times. Good thinking, Kim. I like where your head's at.
Yes, he definitely needs to, obviously.
Yeah. And Connie's just clarifying that there were music and TV buyers there today, so that's awesome.
That is awesome. I really hope it gets picked up for all of you people that don't live in America.
I know, yeah, because it sucks to like have us talking about it, and I know there's tons of international fans. All right, we actually are going to end this right now because
we are, guys.
Yeah, we are. Because I need chocolate.
Thanks for chatting with us. Next time,
yeah, we were going to do this again, and we'll try to. Maybe we'll actually give some warning so that you can, because we've had more people join as the longer we've gone on.
Yeah, so we can plan your entire night around watching us talk about Outlander and maybe make fun of you. So, okay.
Right. This was literally like me going to happy hour, texting Beth, being like, I can do it tonight. Can you do it? Let's go. And then half hour later this happened. So we'll try to put the plan in. I can't be promised that it's actually going to be planned that far ahead, but maybe like an hour in advance.
All right.
All right.
Talking Outlander.
Ciao.
Good night.
Thanks for joining us. Bye.